Díomh a cháirde tá fáilte roimh am hranóna go dtí an talach I gcontae chlár is mis seán a gábhín tá sula gom gúilte bh da na sláinte agus go bhfuil gach duine I bhór glanna sláintú faoi láthair. Hopefully everyone is good and in good health faoi láthair because tá géarchéim sláinte mar asol a gcuin or mar asol doing fud na tíre seo. Hopefully you're well, hopefully you're managing the well, not segregation, but the lockdown agus gwyl tú ag fólam rudí maithe ón góras seo from the system. In Europe be mi de dúraisteach an Triail Banny Chathasaigh, countess na príomh characters, one of the main characters noi, agus you know, tá go leor nach na maithana gom an seo a rís mars ganach. Just dóibh siúd nach raibh láthair ribh seo for anyone who hasn't been here before, just because let it be known or that you know you can get all of the notes for all of these sessions in advance on the morning of these sessions available on our subscriber course, which is the new premium Irish revision course. If you go to courses.leavingcertirish.com, the link underneath here is where you can click on it and get it, and for €50 you get everything. And as you can see, if you go in here, you click on start and you get your downloaded notes, and there's a PDF available here that you just click on and download your notes and print them out if that's what you want to do. Obviously in the absence of photocopies, that's what we've got to do. Okay, so Kesha Scrúdathe dús exam questions on a hovdach or fad. Now not all of these were directly Banny Chathasaigh, but tá rólig and ag Banny Chathasaigh sna freagraí seo. So in the answers that you would write for these questions, I've selected over the last number of years, I've selected the ones that would be most applicable where you could have included Banny Chathasaigh. She hasn't come up directly, really, since 2014. So directly, I think you might see her appear this year. It's the kind of timeline, 5-6 years since a really important character has appeared. So Banny Chathasaigh, definitely somebody that we need to take a look at. So let's go to the main text of this and have a look at what we're dealing with. Okay, so Bhíonn Govies in Éideag in 2019, Credin galore than a character, loads of the characters believe. Oh, by the way, I meant to do a sound check, just to let me know, can you hear? Will you be doing a Hignot Titter at any point? Afraid Bishop Brennan. Hignot Titter, I don't do. The most popular one by a mile is on Triail, but at some point later on we might. Okay, I won't rule it out completely, so that might keep you happy. Sometime in May we might take a look at a Hignot Titter if you want to do that. Níléon de seachas an Triail a dhéanamh going. Alright, we'll gachtain now me chlustáil I gart. Can everyone hear me properly? So land me right níos fuide before I go any further. Okay, just send in a text, let me know, can you hear me okay, and I rock on. So Bhíonn Govies in Éideag 2019 on Triail, Credin galore than a character, a lot of the characters believe, in the persona, sa drama an Triail and the drama an Triail, nach bhfuil éon villain or who féin, that there's no blame on any of themselves. Nach bhfuil éon villain or who féin faoi chragód an chalín óig Maura ní Chathasaigh. Gur maith Dane player and rot sin. So it's always the same thing, discuss this statement, discuss this statement, discuss this statement. So that's all straightforward enough. So, nobody wanted to take the blame, right? So obviously, Banny Chathasaigh tá role lárnach ike segination. Tugtar Leargus, Govies a Hochtail, Tugtar Leargus a drama an Triail. An insight is given to the drama an Triail and Gui Chrúálach Víhróchroch Cahala Maura na fósta near an Shaskady. So you had to know what these adjectives meant. So cruel, mihrokruk, uncharitable. So we're given an insight into the way in which Maura na fósta, unmarried mothers in Ireland, cahag were dealt with or were treated in the 60s in Ireland in such a uncharitable, cruel way. So we're given an insight into this cruel, uncharitable manner of dealing with people. Govis a cúdeog an winter féin her own people, her own family, an Maura agus a Dratharcha. So when they are directly mentioned, you can't get away with not using them. You have to talk about them. So a Maura, it's very clearly stated here, you have to include information about her. Liam agus Sean, very clearly stated you need to include information. So it was her own family, her mother and her brothers, Liam and Sean, is cúis, or the cause, le quid word and ullint of the suffering, they're causing much of the suffering in Maura's life in the drama and Triail. So the mother, dús, agus a Dratharcha, Liam agus Sean, agus bheith béim curtha an Maura sa ceisio gan doubt. So you would emphasize the mother above all others. As Govi a cardiog an Triail is spatial on Leru a Yenter. It's an interesting portrayal of in the drama that is done. An ginál dinne I Banny Chathasaigh. So the kind of person that Banny and kinál dinne Banny Chathasaigh, the kind of person Banny Chathasaigh. It's an interesting portrayal of her. Agus an goiagorn she leis an tragod and the manner in which she adds to the tragedy in Maura's life. So a reached fimínacht Keiko Cruachraíoch agus Cruálach is a bhí she. So she need na hir ceist na scrúda an syllabus nua, on the new syllabus, o Gavis der Raig. So lan mi de Raig an ish agus is féidir in cúpla na a phlé a bhainean le ban I Chathasaigh. So scrígi she's each show. So write down these terms. These are absolutely essential adjectives that you would need if you're going to write any kind of a question on Banny Chathasaigh. So dús an cé count if her hain is fimínacht. So she is a hypocrite. Tá sé sin clúda gon hana féin. Is duna croifoch I. She is a pious or holy person, if you like. Okay. So it's fimínacht. Is duna furchúiseach. She's apathetic. She's kind of hard-hearted, or sorry, harsh, if you like, in a way. But she's indifferent is another phrase that people use here. So she's indifferent. So tá she, or being she, furchúiseach I Davan Chalín oig. She's indifferent to the young girl. Is duna righteous cartaseach I. So this is actually an easy enough one to remember. It's a great phrase though. Okay, she's righteous. She's never wrong. She knows the correct way. Cruachraíoch, she's kind of hard-hearted or stone-hearted, if you like. Is duna údarásach. She's an authoritative person, so she's in control. She's the one that has all the power. Is duna mi hrócrach I. That's a great one, right? So she's uncharitable, she's unforgiving, if you want to say it like that. Is duna díon I. A lot of people say it's hard, crua, severe. Here, agus is duna mi réasúnta I. She's an unreasonable person. She's not someone that listens to the opinions of others. The reason of others. Okay. Alright, so Sinead na hadiachtaí is taught. These are some of the most important adjectives. If you don't know these, to she riachtanach go make siad ar ólas agat. They're absolutely essential that you would know these. And make sure that you try and get them down. For anyone who's just joined us, you can play back this. You know, this video is available 24/7. So if you miss anything, don't worry. Beitún an gachéin rud a all níos déine. Okay. Lan mé raig mar sin mar bhfuil an cheist. So, an céad scálan atá gom an seo. Banny Chathasaigh is bantrachaí. She is a woman. Or sorry, she is a woman. Well done, John. Great statement. Really, really helping people's knowledge there this morning. So, she is a woman. Wow. Is Banny. Wow. Really made a mess of that. Is bantrachaí. Don't mix them up. She is a widow. Okay, is bantrachaí. Very, 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 very important. You know that term. Is bantrachaí. You cannot possibly write any analysis without that. Okay, Spantucky, for a Farkela boss, her husband died, blianto hin, years ago, agus vi or he ara uhurt an apostí in a hainer. What's one of the more common mistakes in terms of crinnis that I see? People write down in a einer without the H, which means on his own. So whatever you do, don't do that. So in a hainer, vi or he ara uhurt an apostí in a hainer. She had to take care of the kids. She had to take care of the children on her own. Now, the quotes here are riachtanach, guys, are essential. Bannicasig, Porrick McCorrig, Molly Murray Hin. You cannot do these answers without quotes. So you have to learn them, and it's literally that simple. You have to learn them. So I've picked out the ones that are most common and the easiest ones to work with. So Fogum Misha Musclavi. So I was left as, I don't know if you ever heard this phrase, a skivvy. It comes from that idea, the phrase Asquaga Slavi, which is a slave. So, you know, if your mother ever said to you, do you think I'm a skivvy? Right? I don't know if anyone ever heard their parents say that to them. Fogamisha Musclavi. It comes from that Gaeilge. So Fogamisha Musclavi. I was left as a slave. Agus gan dinna an a hoguk love kunkarulam. And not a single person to give me a helping hand. Okay, so ta sort fein through a tá gist an seo. It's self-pity, right? Is léir an drama. It is clear from the drama. Gur mór hypocrite than am shinny. So she is a typical mother of the time. Is mór hypocrite, and the reason I H in there, the term mór is feminine. Okay, so it's mór hypocrite than am shin. No, Lily, it's the opposite when it comes to vowels. So if I could just explain this. So if I want to say something like her mother, his mother and her mother, right? Avoher is his mother, right? With a H. Why? Because it begins with a consonant. Her mother is a moher. Now, when it comes to vowels, okay, so we'll just say C for consonant. Then G for gutta. When it comes to vowels, his father is a ahar. And her father is a hahar. So the rules reverse here when you want to say his and her. I hope that explains it. Lots of people don't know that. And I tell you what, it looks awful on a page when you've got that back to front. And obviously in our case, right, the one that applies to us most and the one we absolutely have to be sure that we get right is this one up here. A moher, her mother, right? Because we're going to be using the term her mother quid word than Alma Shaw, right? So Is léir an drama gur mór hypocrite than am shinny. It's clear from the drama that she is a typical. Sorry, Lily, does that all make sense? You can just let me know. Is that all okay? It's léir an drama gur mór hypocrite than am shinny mór vora, and here it's Maura's mother, right? So it's again you need the H here because effectively Maura is an adjective. The name is an adjective in this form, so it's mór vora atá gist. Chomad she apostí fui smacht dien, so she kept her children fui smacht dien under tight control, under severe control if you want to go down that road, right? So she kept them under very tight control. As vi ufos an down urhi, and she was horrified. Vi ufos an down tishiginuk of down urhi, bidder Nora and down few, perhaps even eternal shame if you want to say that. Nora and down, terribly ashamed, terribly horrified, few even. Nor forsia makar of Maura Turok Agus E na foster, when she found out that Maura was pregnant and she was unmarried. So Vishi Turok Agus Nav foster, she was both pregnant and unmarried. Okay, so this was scandal ufos of damanta danamsha. Kegarev ahinin. So again, here we see this structure. Her father, her daughter. So her daughter is this one here, right? So Kegarev Ahinin, her daughter, even though her daughter was idriblod, in trouble, as fui stress more and under great stress, under great pressure, if we vrew more, if you want to go with that, Swinig she erna corsana. She thought about the neighbours erna corsana lorach. She immediately thought about the neighbours. Agus ashasav parsanta satochi, and her personal standing in society. Now that's really important. Now it's not a quote, but I'm just underlining it because it's absolutely crucial. Mother le bani Chathasaigh. So Kegreva Hinina driblod, even though her daughter was in trouble, Agus fui stress more and under great stress, Sweeney shared a course in law. She thought about the neighbours immediately. Agus her shasa parsata satochi, and of her personal standing in society. Near Sweeney she a riochtanish an chalín oig. Tish again a phrase here for you. She never thought about the needs an chalín oig. She never thought about the young girl's needs. A bhí ag following to score who was suffering before her. So the term following you've come across before, I'm sure, but if you haven't, ag following means suffering. So near Sweeney she free riochtanish an riochtanish an chalín oig. She never thought about the needs of this young girl who was suffering before her. Okay? Well, in Kestan Shin, Maura will Lana May Reich, Maura Tog Galore Ladena Gwyn, Ke Quid Ella. Is Fiminoch Amacha Samaki. She's an out and out hypocrite. In other words, when we use the term out and out, what we mean is she's a total hypocrite. Right? She's an absolute hypocrite. She's a total hypocrite. Keg or Bancrawfaki, even though she's a pious or religious or holy woman, in anon geglachten she mar Christi, and despite the fact that she practices geglachten she, that she practices mar Christi as a Christian, Níl rian na Christiochta, there isn't a trace of Christianity or Christian values, if you like. There's not a trace. A rian is a trace or a mark. There's not a trace of Christianity. Le fall sna turum enochshi nor furshimach fin Turkish geir kema. Alright, that should be saturum. I just see a little typo there. Right, it should be saturum. So there's not a trace of Christianity to be found in the opinion enochshi that you revealed nor furshimach fin Turkish geir kema. If you haven't come across the phrase, and quite possibly you haven't, that means a crisis pregnancy. Okay, fin Turkish geir kema. So a crisis pregnancy is Turkish gerkema. Okay. So a Turkish gerkema. Ifein haring and triblod or ifein. So she brought all the trouble upon herself, is what she's saying. Again, quotes Riachtanach. Being she burha fui hurmi na gorsan. She's worried about the opinions of the neighbours. Tishigin, a plural here. In honor the vet ag tashbond gra Maura. So gra Maura is Tishaginok. Gra Maura is motherly love. So she's more worried about the opinions of the neighbours than showing motherly love. Tashi riachtanach na kotzakar yeah, kinta ta. So Merwil na tagartiach, if you don't have the references of some sort, Merwil an ina shagat, if you don't have the evidence, no, on fashionish, beit to driblot. Yeah, you will be in trouble. You need to have these quotes. Tagan and Tave Cruel Kriachsha o Yarka Nama. This hard-hearted or cruel-hearted side comes o Yarka an Ama, from the viewpoint of the time. So the perspective of the time, if you like. Barud Navglan August Pakule. It was something impure and sinful. Pakul. The chaling for a girl, no banner bay, or any woman. It wasn't just a calinog na fosta. For a girl or any woman, a vet torok, to be pregnant, agasina fosta, to be pregnant and unmarried. So barud navglan, it was something impure and sinful for a young girl or any woman at all. A banner bay, a vet torok, agasina fosta, to be pregnant and unmarried. Vir wara posa, Maura had to marry. No fall reg, or get rid of. Leshan lanav nav glishtanach. So an illegitimate child. With few phrases. Lanav Turha, an Lanav Nav Glishanach, an illegitimate child, can an aib seo a réiteach to solve this problem. So, Nervine or ruddy fall regular ruddy, you have to get rid of something. So poor old Maura had to get rid of this illegitimate child. Can an aib seo réiteach to solve a réiteach this problem. Quote, right? Ní aon fecha dera a chur le rud nav glan. It's no sin to get rid of something impure. What an absolutely horrible, horrible time and attitude that people live through. Ní aon fecha dera a chur le rud nav glan. So when she tried to give her a drink, if you remember, ole seo, sochoroi shohu, drink this will sort you out. She was trying to give her some kind of a drink to cause the pregnancy to end. Some crazy quack idea that she had in her head, and she followed it with Ní aon fecha dera chur le rud nav glan. It's no sin to get rid of something impure. Brutal, absolutely brutal. Cruel chríoch gachéan rud mar sin. All right. Cé ceannella, ceap Banny Chathasaigh. Banny Chathasaigh thought de cheartacha. She thought she had the right. Ceap she de cheartacha, that she had a right. Iirecht a dhéana chun an leanamh a ghinmhile. Now, she thought she had the right to make an attempt. Iirecht a dhéana chun an leanamh a ghinmhile. Now, a ghinmhile is to abort something. So if you, again, haven't in your classes gone through that yet, a ghinmhile is to abort. So ceap she de cheartacha, that she had the right. Iirecht a dhéana chun an leanamh, or just an leanamh a ghinmhile. Rud anna imínach the Van Crawford Marie, something that was incredibly hypocritical, the Van Crawford Marie, for a holy woman like her. So she thought she had the right to make an effort to abort the child. Something was terribly, terribly hypocritical, the Van Crawford Marie, for a holy or pious woman like her. But chuma lei faoina hinin, she didn't care about her daughter. If you all know that phrase is cum alum fui, I don't care about. Past tense, but chuma lehi faoina hinin. She didn't care about her daughter. No carta on linnav, or the rights of the child. Now, this is a great sentence to take away. Chlí she go daingin leis na rialacha I gcónaí. Chlí she go daingin leis na rialacha I gcónaí. She adhered to, she stuck to the rules, na rialacha go daingin, tightly, steadfastly, if you like. So she stuck to the rules tightly I gcónaí. She never, ní bhrishi na rialacha I hain. She never broke the rules. Rialacha sa cháseo na rialacha an Aglish, or rialacha na haglisha Catholic. So these are the rules of the Catholic Church we're talking about. In unad, or I comprad le rialacha de, if you want to say that, God's rules. So rialacha na haglisha, right? The Tishaginuk of church as an organisation is. Rialacha na haglisha is what we're talking about. The rules of the church. Whatever you do, don't write down phrase like, rialacha an Triail. Oh my God. And I have seen this. The rules of the church. The physical building is a shépéal. Rialacha an Triail is like the rules of the church. You talk to shock, need lava, wash your hands. That'd be a real sa Triail. Or anyway, that's a very important one. So an Aglish is the church as an entity, as an organisation. Not intermit. Don't forget. Grev an choron vira or raw ig a clown le chéile chula law. Don't forget that her family, a clown, reg raw an choron vira, were saying the rosary every day. Moraine le lidon na maiden of Maura, as well as the Blessed Virgin's Litany. So again, you can quote directly from the drama mas mílat, Vaiden a Ginnagan Faka, Blessed Virgin who conceived without sin, etc., etc. Right? Nóir nach raibh Maura sásta ghlacha leis an réiteach. When Maura wasn't happy to ghlacha leis an réiteach, when she wasn't too happy to accept the solution, a lag a máthair amachtaí, that her mother laid out for her, Hréig a máthair í. Now this is so important that you know this verb. Hréig a máthair í. Trégan is an abandonment, so Hréig a máthair í. Her mother abandoned her. She left her on the side. But Damanta an rudishin. That was a damn. That was a horrible, desperate thing to do. There was no other association or connection or link between the mother and Maura lelin asil during her life. In aum riachtanish, lovely phrases here now for you, right? In aum riachtanish, in a time of need or at a time of great need. Dog she Maura an trá olive, phrase you mightn't have come across before. She left Maura an trá olive, literally means on an empty beach. She left her destitute. She left her without ein rud bit. So at a time of great need, she left her without anything. Okay, well, Kesha, good day and point this up. How are we doing? All the other lessons as well, guys. Are you getting through them? Are you getting the value out of them? Hopefully you are. There's a lot of work involved in all the different things, and what I'm hoping to do is obviously, this week and next continue the work, and for then Easter week, I'm going to take a week off Easter week, so we won't be here from Easter Monday through to the following Sunday, obviously enough. But back on the week of, I think is the week starting the 19th, is it? Or 20th, we'll be back again. But we're going to continue this week and next, so we're not going to stop. Next week we're doing Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, so we're not going to be on Good Friday doing any work, because that's generally a holiday people take. So we've got this week and we've got next week. All right, 4 days next week. All right, so kids go an ela tá gachian fáca goman shop. So ban chruachriach countdona agus mirezunta abai. So you need all these adjectives that I gave you at the start. So she was a stubborn, cruel-hearted, unreasonable woman. Agus hashbon she tishkent not true. She didn't show any understand or sympathy. The Maura in the action after that. Obviously, countdona is one of the strongest adjectives we would use about her. She's stubborn. Nirglachshi leshin ginunt. She didn't accept the fate. Avi laika amak, and that's fate, F-A-T-E as opposed to F-A-I-T-H. Nirglachshi leshin ginunt avi laika makti marvar. She didn't accept the fate that had been laid out for her as a mother. So she didn't accept the cards she had been dealt. Ach, glachshi lena dulgashi mar chatlekuk. But she did take on board her duties or responsibilities, if you like, as a Catholic. Mas feder late shin ohort erhi, if you could call her that. It's a nice way to always, in that term, mar chatlekuk, as a Catholic, if you could call her that. And Oig, of course, Capshi Gunyarnishi and Rod she thought she did the right thing. Capshi, she did actually think Gunyarnishi and Rod Nias Massafos, worse still, Capshi in a hint and fein in her own mind, in her own head, Gomech Mahunas Erfaldi, that she would be forgiven. Now this is the incredible bit. Gomech Mahunas, that forgiveness would be made available to her. In other words, that she would be given sedera in the end. Os rode gonyarna she an rud kart, as she did the right thing. The rare rilacha na haglasha Catholic, according to the rules of the Catholic Church, maybe. Ak gonyarna she an rud kart, did she do the right thing? Few eganuig, even at the grave, sedera, even at the grave in the end. Chosan she ihen, she protected herself. Right? She was protecting herself. agus háin sí Maura bocht. She criticised poor old Maura. Now Beater fake and armsa. Don't be looking at me. Hog me she ego credunuk agus go Christun. And that's such an important quote. You're rinne me on job of Ela Dane of gum. I did the job I had to do. I brought her up respectably and in a Christian way. Hashbonshi Arishis Arishella, she showed again and again. Hashbonshi Arishis Arishella. Keho Dean, just how severe, just how tough, agus Michrochrok is a Vichy. That should be an actress in case anyone's wondering. It didn't print out there, I see. It's a Vichy, right? It's a Vichy Arahinin Fin. So she showed again and again just how severe and uncharitable, how tough she was on her own daughter. In Yarn Nadal, at the end of the day, rinne she button olvor a one in a hail or in a sale. She made one massive mistake in her life. Rinne she button olvor a one in a sale. She made one massive mistake in her life. Keir de Vian, what was it? Chapshi Gorbunnen moraltochts. She thought that morality was the same as Gorbunnen agus a bheith ag ghlacha le rialacha na haglaise Catholicity. Right? So she thought morality was the same as taking on board the rules of the Catholic Church. So sin an butún olvor, that's the massive mistake that she made. Ní hunan an dárod sin, those two things are not the same. So rialacha agus moráltacht are not the same, and it's important to make that point and point to sin a lá seáil nó a dhéanam. Now, just go han happy gur fad rud a haróid go mórliv, something that will help you a lot. Na bríomhra agus cúpla ná atá riachtanach. So chomad she kept, yultig she refused, chusan she protected, hashbon she showed or displayed, noch she, very important, she revealed, hreig she abandoned, Lérig she outlined or portrayed again, hig she understood, chred she, must have that, she believed, darig she got up. Now this could be darig she on a teach, she left her house or something like that. Darig lehi, she succeeded, so be careful with that. This is a huge one. Role na Maura, the mother's role, Tisha Ginnerach of Maura. Gra Mauraha, motherly love. Turamina Gorson. Now guys, all of these phrases that I'm going through, right? This is a Tisha Ginnerach. This is Tisha Ginnerach. This is Tisha Ginnerach. You've got to be very, very careful. I'll just go again, Tisha Ginnerach with all these. Riechtanish. And right, so you've got to be very careful with them. Just make sure they're right. So Lehlach, selfish. Bachomalay, she didn't care, she was indifferent. In a Hinton Fain, we spoke about it earlier. We were talking about in her, in his, etc. In a Hinton Fain, be careful the H. In her own mind, Mahunas, forgiveness. Smach Dian, tight control. Navdlan, impure. Dirty, if you like. Paku, sinful. If you should have Chartake, she had the right on Lanavagin Villa to abort the child, a trace of Christianity. Jarka Nama, the perspective or viewpoint of the time. Ban Chrofuk, very important. After ban, we use the H where possible. So Ban Chrofuk Avienti, she was a pious or holy woman. And Lidon, the litany. On Choron Vira, the rosary. And on Riechtan time in need. And Tra Olive, left destitute, gone through it, gone tasha, without any sympathy or compassion. Okay? Right guys, so we'll in Kesha again, yeah? Just stop him our fag nomadine and show. Let's just stop here for a moment. And we'll in Kesha, be again, yeah? And we'll in Rud or Waliv Minachon Brescia all Malta Glacamela Shakesha sa takes on show. Okay, so Oslo me an takes Mata ein kesh ella dinner egen sa grúpa agus frag roi me pe kesh atá grif. Alright, so just tá while 10 second number shin leis an throw bio show. With this live stream there's about a 10-second delay at my end for text coming in. That's just the way the system works on YouTube. So ní éicem aon ceise teachtasteach ag an buinte seo. What's ABBA used for? Past tense. So if you said something like ABBA, it would be Ban Croifach ABBA E. She was a holy woman. If you say Ban Croifach Isha E, she is a holy woman. Leifishkin may go in the focal a slucht on úsáid. Right, Sheila, you are not allowed to use any of the phrases from the slucht dealing with that question. Moraine le lid on the Maiden Wira, along with the Blessed Virgin's Litany. It's a prayer, Kate. Make sure you saw some fragger gyar mar hampla Louis Gara Harlin ornta sa Chilok agus organ dinner gan Deedon. Would they be happy with a short answer? Is that for the Shea B you're talking about, Sheila? Dina Machla Lena Winter Colin Dina Fust has been 5 minute argued own. Okay, I'm not sure, Sheila, are you referring to a specific reading comprehension now? I'm a little bit lost there. Sorry, no, I'm just not sure where the context is coming for this. Okay. And it's possible that you're asking me about on Triail also here when I read that question number 2, or that point number 2 that you've put up. Okay, guys, we're willing Heshtella. If there's any other questions, or if there aren't any other questions, stop with me the nish, August be me the rash. No, 1 to 5. Yeah, they'll accept short enough answers once it's on point. Yep, once it's on point, Sheila, for 1 to 5. Okay. Alright, so baby the rash amorach. We'll be back tomorrow again ag Monley at midday. Rish ma ta na noti uiv. If you're looking for the notes, don't forget. You can just go to Leavingcertirish.com, or you can just go to courses.leavingcertirish.com, and you can go in and get your notes and have them available to you every morning at 11 o'clock so that you can download them and use them. Ma ta ein ceist Ella a gwif is féidir live iad a cheolachúm nó iad a chuirsteach tríd an téachs a mórach sa rang bio. Okay, so sinne guys, gur mí magwif ríist túrara, take care, agus feic mé sib madna mórach or tróna mórach ag Monday, agus mar dúirt mé hana, scapig í an scéal, spread the news, spread the story about what we're doing. Agus súla dia ar le cúna dé choróig me le rint wádaltaí I rin na mísa seo agus a seo hamach. Gur mí magwibh, slán a gwibh, túrara.